We are dealing with a bunch of crazy cases on the left here in the UK, as this woman on live TV has a massive meltdown when discussing the topic of illegal migrants from Afghanistan. She essentially says that we should accept them all into the UK under the idea that they could be fleeing their country for persecution. Perhaps they're leaving Afghanistan because they're homosexual. Well, she says we should understand and assume that's the case for every single individual that comes from Afghanistan instead of treating them like illegal migrants. She also says that it's also our responsibility because the UK was involved in the Afghanistan war, so we have to take responsibility for them when they come to the UK, despite the fact they passed through 8 safe countries on the way here. Without further ado, let's have a watch of this clip. Make sure you do like and subscribe.
You can come from Afghanistan, okay? Let's say you come from Afghanistan. Let's say you come to the UK.
A country we invaded, where we were at war for well over a decade.
Factual.
We actually caused huge numbers of problems. We then allowed the Taliban to reclaim power. It's a nightmare for all women. It's quite an extraordinary, appalling place to live. Very poor human rights.
Right.
I struggle with the idea of somebody coming all the way to Britain as an Afghan from Afghanistan and not being an asylum seeker, a legitimate asylum seeker. I struggle with that.
Okay, so you think that every Afghani who comes to the UK is a legitimate asylum seeker? Is that your view?
I'm saying those who have come through unsafe means,
right,
undocumented, and who are claiming asylum and who are not able to return to Afghanistan because their country won't take them. Okay. Yeah, I think that there may be a case.
So you think there should be a presumption that those people are all legitimate asylum seekers?
Not all, but I think there's if the country won't take them back. If the Taliban administration in Afghanistan says we don't want
I think that's hopelessly naive. To answer your point a minute ago, you can come from Afghanistan, you can make up a tissue of lies and say, I'm gay, I've converted to Christianity or whatever, have that rejected to say you're actually not, you've got good family links, you've got money, you're fine in Afghanistan, it may not be the life that we want to lead, but you're fine there. We would like to send you back there. You're a failed asylum seeker. We can't, so we send you to a third country. That's how it works.
Because we can't, because Afghanistan doesn't want you. So somewhere in the middle of all of this, they've lost their home country. And we're then saying, oh, we'll send you instead to Albania, where we're not going to be able to securely scrutinise the way in which you're being treated or looked after. That's my issue. So if we look at the one working example, which is Italy and Albania, I'm sorry, the human rights
But it's not quite the same thing. It's not quite the same thing.
I agree with one thing she said in that whole meltdown, that life in Afghanistan for women is hard. But why is it when we're discussing Afghan migrants, our mind automatically shifts to military-aged fighting males that are coming from Afghanistan? Because that's what we see on these small boats. 95% of the time, it's nothing to do with Afghanistan women. It's Afghanistan men that are 20 to 30 years old. You know, this has nothing to do with the argument you're saying life is hard for an Afghanistan woman. Of course it is, but we're talking about Afghanistan men that are coming to the UK. And funny enough, when they come to the UK, a lot of the time they treat our women pretty badly as well. So it makes you wonder, really, doesn't it? But let me know your thoughts on that. As always, make sure you do like, comment, and share. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.